have been working through the prologue of Hammurabi, looking at the grammar inductively, the Akkadian grammar. I have finished the epilogue some time ago, and now I'm just sort of plowing through the prologue. Let me just bring us up to where we've been. In the prologue, it reads, when lofty Anu, king of the Ananuki, and Enlil, lord of heaven and earth, the determiner of the destinies of the land, determined for Marduk, the firstborn of Enki, the Enlil functions over all mankind, made him great among the Agigi, called Babylon by its exalted name, made it supreme in the world, established for him in the midst an enduring kingdom, whose kingdom or whose foundations are as firm as heaven and earth. At that time, Anu and Enlil named me, this is Hammurabi now, talking about what he was named to do, to promote the welfare of the people, me, Hammurabi, the devout, God-fearing prince, to cause justice to prevail in the land, to destroy the wicked and the evil, that the strong might not oppress the weak, to rise like the sun over the black-headed people, and to light up the land, the one who makes affluence plenty abound and provides in abundance all sorts of things for Nippur Duranki, the devout patron of Ikor, the efficient king who restored Eridu to its place. And then we moved to part two. I was simply giving the translation from the ancient Near Eastern text, translated by Meeks, a wonderful work in the ancient Near Eastern text. So it goes on, who purified the cold of Eabzu, the one who strides through the four quarters of the earth, who makes the name of Babylon great, who rejoices the heart of Marduk, his lord, the one who throughout his lifetime stands responsible for Esagila, the descendant of royalty, whom sin begat, the one who made Ur prosper, the pious suppliant one who brought abundance to Ishkignugal, the wise king, obedient to mighty Shamash. That's where we've been. We have, in previous videos, we have worked our way up to this point. And last evening, I was working a little bit on some following lines. Now, I'm following Borger's outline in terms of how he develops it, line 24, 25. So I'm putting line 24 down. And if anyone is following me, I would encourage you to follow the way Borger has transcribed it. I basically am following his transcription. I'm doing my own normalization and my own grammar. And so we are at line 24 then, and it reads mukiin, and then transliterate or normalization. Mukin is a D participle from kanu, a middle weak verb, to make secure. I'm reminded of the Hebrew kun, which is the middle weak root that would be, can I say, a cognate in a sense to kanu. And so the one who made secure, ishdi siparim, which would be the foundations of siparim. Now notice, ishdi is the foundation, the one who made secure the foundations, is an oblique plural, accusative plural from ishdum, the one who made secure the foundations of Sipparim. Notice Sipparim, by the way, is a city in central Mesopotamia. And the Sumerian that the Akkadian actually had, and then we turn it into Akkadian, was Suhush, which would be the foundations of Suhush. And it would be looking again at Sipparim. So then we move on. The foundations of Sipparim. Notice Sipparim would be your genitive singular from Sipparum. And again, it's looking at a city in central Mesopotamia. Then line 26 reads, Musha al-Bish. And I've normalized it, Mushalbish. Mushalbish could be translated who clothed, from labashu, or who decked. I'm thinking of the Hebrew labash as well, and who clothed. And now notice Mushalbish has a Shah infix. So we're looking at a sheen participle, I believe here, masculine singular, from labashu, to clothe or to be decked. So the one who clothes, and then line 27, wa'arki'im. Wa'arki'im, normalized would be warkim, of green, or with green. Here we have a genitive singular from warkum, meaning green. So the one who clothes with green, now we have gi gu ne e in line 28. Gi gu ne e, normalized would be gi gu ne, which would be the raised temple. We could render it the raised temple, or the temple of Dinger Aya. Notice the Dinger sign showing a god or a goddess. And here, Aya, A-Y-A, is a goddess who was the spouse of Shamash. So he is saying here, he decked with green the temples, the raised temple of the goddess Aya. And so he's talking about all that he did to the different divinities. Then we go to line 29, and it reads Mutsir, and I've normalized this Mutsir as a D participle, one who guards. And the root here is natsaru, to guard. And we have that same root in Hebrew, natsar. So the one who guards. The bitim babar. Notice bitim is house. So the one who guards, and I've normalized it, bitim. The capital E, looks at the Sumerian for a house. Gal, for example, would be big house, like a palace. Gal meaning big, E meaning house. So the one who guards the house. And notice of the house, bitim is from bitum. Here we have the genitive singular. So the one who guards the house. And then we have of Ibabar, the house of Ibabar. Ibabar, E is the Sumerian, Babar is referring to the temple, Ibabar, the temple of Utu. the Sumerian, and then the Akkadian Shamish at Sipur. So it's referring to the temple of Shamish. So he basically is the one who guards and takes care of that temple of Shamish, the sun god. And then we come to 31, line 31. Sha ki shu ba'at shama'i. Sha ki, sha is your relative pronoun which. Ki is like, really, you think of Hebrew asher, and then the Mishnah, or the shorter form, she, of the relative pronoun, and ki is like ke, the inseparable preposition in Hebrew, and here it's like or as. So which is as Shubat Shamai. Notice Shubat Shamai, which is as the dwelling of heaven. Notice Shubat is dwelling, and it's in construct. It's from Shuptu, or Shuptum, meaning a dwelling. And Shubat then is the feminine, it's in construct with the dwelling of Shama'i. And Shama'i with the dwelling of the heavens. Notice this is from Shamu, and I think of the Hebrew Shamayim, so the dwelling of the heavens, Shama'u, and then Shama'i would be the genitive plural, and so he basically is saying here, which is as the dwelling of heavens. In other words, it's wonderful. It's great. I think is really what he's saying. And I have been the one that guards the house of Ibabar, which is like the dwelling of the heavens. And then we move on. Karadum. Karadum is the Sumerian is Ur-Sag, and Borger then put it into Akkadian. Karadum is the warrior. The warrior Gamil, from Gamil. The warrior who spared, I would see this as a G participle, masculine singular, with your AI vowel pattern, who spared Uno Ki, or Ararma, Larsa, who spared Larsa. And we have your Sumerian, Unu Ki is showing a place name, and Amar Ma. Larsa is a city south of Babylon. And so the one who spared Larsa, and then we go to line 34. Mu'udi-ish I-babar. The one who, and I think we can translate this, the one who allowed to flourish. And I'm understanding this as a DT participle from deshu, to flourish. So the one who allowed to flourish, I-babar, Ana Dinger Shamish. The one who allowed to flourish, I-babar, and this again was the temple that was part for Shamish, Ana Dinger Shamish. And remember, Shamish is the sun god in Akkadian, And so what he's doing all the way through here, he's showing how he has built up many of the temples. And as a result, he's been blessed by the gods to be able to be one to give the laws that he is about to give. I'm going to stop there. I think what I'm going to do is try to chip away at this when I have the time and do short, maybe shorter segments. So we've done line 25 to 34. And if anyone, wants to give any comment or anything that would be of help, that's fine. We're just trying to work our way through. I'm doing this more as a hobby. My main emphasis is in the Hebrew and Greek grammars, biblical Hebrew and New Testament Greek studies that I'm putting up. And I just want to stop there. I thought it was interesting how he built all of these different, can I say, worship places. And one was like heaven itself, so to speak. And I thought, as a Christian minister, about the New Testament, where Jesus is the King of Kings, who gives his teaching in the Sermon on the Mount, and he is the one now who is promised to prepare a place and to build a heavenly new Jerusalem and to establish it. And when you look at the New Testament in the book of Revelation, there is that picture of a new Jerusalem looking at eternity coming down from heaven. So I'm going to stop there and then we'll continue. I hope this is helping somebody.